Hey lovelies! So last year I shared some really delicious ideas for getting your oatmeal on in the morning, and you guys seemed to really eat it up. So this year I am back with 4 new delicious oatmeal ideas I think you're absolutely going to love. Of course, oatmeal is such an awesome breakfast option. It's warm and hearty, loaded with fiber, and there are so many amazing ways to help it taste delicious. We're gonna get started today with a really simple oatmeal that I am going to top with some awesome stewed berries. I know, doesn't that sound like a perfect way to start your day? Now, if you've never made oatmeal on the stovetop, it is really, really easy. It starts with a saucepan on the stove heating up over medium-high heat. To that, I am going to be adding some milk. So in today's recipes, I'm going to be using almond milk, but the cool part is you really can use any milk you like. Now, a lot of people like to make their oatmeal with water, but I find using milk gives you a much richer, sort of creamier oatmeal, which I absolutely love. If you want to swap in water, you definitely can. What you're looking to do is heat your milk up gently. You just want to get it to a simmer. You'll start to see some bubbles form around the edge of the pan, and that means it is time to reduce your heat to low and add your oats into the pan. Now, for all of these recipes, I am using old-fashioned rolled oats. These are absolutely classic. You can also buy quick cooking oats or even minute oats. Those will all work, but of course the cooking times will differ significantly. Then for a little bit of sweetness, I'm going to add a little bit of maple syrup. Of course, brown sugar or some agave or honey would work really well here as well, but maple syrup, being a Canadian, just always feels right. I'm also going to add just a splash of vanilla to this as well. Once that's all mixed up, we can just let our oats simmer away for about 10 minutes or so. That's usually how long it takes for the oats to absorb all of that liquid and get nice and soft and cooked through. You'll want to make sure you're stirring them every 2 to 3 minutes to prevent them from sticking. Now, while our oats are cooking away, we're going to get started on our amazing berry topping. Now, to do this, I am using some frozen mixed berries. I always have these in my freezer standing by for things like smoothies, but they make a really good topping as well. If you have fresh berries on hand, those will totally work. I've got another small saucepan heating up on the stove over medium heat. I'm going to get my berries in, and I'm also going to add just a touch of honey here for some sweetness. I'm just going to let those berries cook up for say between 5 and 7 minutes. That's usually all it takes for them to get like this amazing jam-like consistency. You'll see they start to fall apart and get really sort of juicy and delicious. So as soon as my oats are done cooking, I'm just going to transfer them into a serving bowl, top them with that amazing berry topping, and then finish this off with some pumpkin seeds for a little bit of extra crunch. How gorgeous is that? What an amazing way to start the day. I also like to add a couple fresh berries for good measure. Next up on our oatmeal extravaganza today, I am making a vanilla chai oatmeal that is oh so delicious. It all starts once again with some milk in my saucepan. I'm actually going to be using some vanilla flavored almond milk in this recipe, but you're welcome to use any milk you like. My milk is just reaching a simmer, so I am going to reduce my heat to low at this point and get my oats into the pot once again. I am using some maple syrup here as well as some vanilla extract. But the real secret to making this oatmeal sing is actually in the spice. So I'm using a blend of ground cinnamon, some ginger, as well as some cardamom. Cardamom is the real secret here. I'm just going to get all of these tasty spices right into my oatmeal and then give this a stir and let it cook up for another 10 minutes or so, stirring it regularly so it doesn't stick. And behold, delicious vanilla chai spice oatmeal, guys. How incredible does this smell? I wish you could smell it, seriously. So super good. We're gonna transfer it to our bowl and then top it with some yummy pistachios. When it comes time to serve it, you can enjoy it just as it is. It's already loaded with flavor, but I like finishing it off with another sprinkle of cinnamon and some chopped pistachios. They add great color, great crunch, and great texture to this. Seriously, outrageous, if you ask me. Next, all you chocolate peanut butter lovers, can I get a heck yeah? Because I have an amazing oatmeal for you guys. This is a chocolate peanut butter oatmeal. Whoever said that you could not enjoy this flavor combination at breakfast? It all starts once again with my milk heating up in my saucepan. As soon as my milk is hot, I'm going to get my oats in there, as well as a little bit of maple syrup for my sweetness. Then to get some amazing flavor happening in here, I've got some smooth natural peanut butter headed in here, as well as some cocoa powder, which is going to add all of that chocolatey goodness. I'm going to cook this yumminess the very same way, once again, for about 10 minutes over low heat, and then as soon as it's ready, I like to serve it immediately, topped with some chopped peanuts and some shaved chocolate for good measure. Finally, if you're looking for something a little fresher but equally delicious, I highly recommend you try my strawberries and cream oatmeal. It all starts once again in the very same way. We're gonna heat up our milk, get our oats into the pot, but this time instead of maple syrup, I'm actually going to use some honey for sweetness. I'm also going to add that nice splash of vanilla so I get that wonderful vanilla flavor happening. And as soon as my oatmeal is ready, I'm going to transfer it into a bowl and finish it off with a nice splash of heavy cream. This adds a ton of amazing richness, as well as some gorgeous fresh strawberries. I don't need to tell you guys how tasty this oatmeal is. I actually like serving it up with another quick drizzle of honey just before I enjoy it. It's so super satisfying, but also a really nutritious way to start your day. Guys, I hope you love all of these oatmeal recipes as much as I do and that you will give them a try. If you do, be sure to tweet me, Instagram me, or Facebook me a photo because you all know how much I love seeing your kitchen creations. Remember, all 4 of today's yummy recipes are being featured on healthymealplans.com, our awesome meal planning site, so you can go ahead and add them to this week's meal plan and give them a try. Finally, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe because there is lots more deliciousness where this came from.